Syria in past 24 hours, Ankara making last-ditch efforts to keep Tahrir Al-Sham and IdlibTEHRAN, FNA. The Turkish intelligence officials and commanders of Tahrir Al-Sham al-Hayat, the Levant Liberation Board or the al-Nusra Front, have been meeting on protecting and keeping the terrorist group in Idlib province, Arab media reports said Monday. Idlib The Arabic-language al-Watan newspaper quoted sources close to the militants as saying on Monday that Ankara has set conditions for supporting Tahrir al-Sham in its continued control over Idlib, saying that they should follow Ikhwan al-Muslimun, Muslim Brotherhood, approach. They added that the two sides have reached an agreement that includes a shift of approach by Tahrir al-Sham. In return, Turkey has promised the terrorist group that it will prolong the demilitarized zone agreement as long as possible, will not participate in any joint military operations against Tahrir al-Sham and will try to prevent such operations. The paper also referred to the Syrian army's airstrikes against the terrorists in northern and northwestern Hama and southeastern Idlib in response to their attacks, raising the possibility that military operations in Idlib would soon start. Turkish army has in recent days sent over 20 vehicles, carrying soldiers, military equipment and prefabricated houses to northern Hama and southern Idlib to strengthen its occupied points in northern Syria and regions near the areas occupied by Tahrir al-Sham terrorists. Deir Ezzar, tens of ISIL militants and their family members have left eastern Syria for Turkey after paying thousands of dollars, while reports said that 3,000 others have been likely transferred by the U.S. to Iraq. The London-based Syrian Observatory of Human Rights (SOR) reported on Monday that over 85 ISIL militants and their family members have been transferred to Turkey through regions occupied by the Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF) and Ankara-backed terrorists. It added that each person had paid $10,000 to be allowed to leave the region, noting that one of the Uzbek members of the ISIL paid $50,000 for himself and his family members to escape. Meantime, Hassan al-Olo, a member of the Iraqi parliament from Nineveh province, wrote on his Twitter page that nearly 3,000 ISIL terrorists were evacuated from Baku's region in southeastern Deir Ezzar on over 30 trucks and under the U.S. supervision. He raised the possibility that the terrorists were transferred to the desert areas in Al-Anbar province in western Iraq. Meantime, the SOR reported that 82 ISIL militants along with their family members, with a total number of 1,400 people, were secretly evacuated from Baku's on several trucks, adding that hundreds of them have been transferred to Iraqi territories. Damascus, Kenitra. The Syrian army discovered a large number of U.S., Western, Israeli and Saudi weapons and equipment near Damascus and Kenitra. The engineering units of the Syrian army found a cache of weapons, including U.S.-made anti-tank missiles and a large number of West-made guns and heavy machine guns as well as different types of ammunition, during purging operations in southwestern Damascus and Kenitra. They also discovered and seized several U.S. and Western communications systems, medical equipment and a large amount of Israeli, Jordanian and Saudi drugs. Also on Monday, reports said that UN Chief Antonio Guterres would unveil a report which accuses Israel of burying radioactive nuclear waste in the Golan Heights, a Syrian territory under occupation for over 5 decades. Guterres will submit the report, which is based on Syria's charges against Israel, to the UN Human Rights Council (UNHRC) at the panel's 40th session, set to open in Geneva Monday and run through March 22. The Syrian Arab Republic noted that Israel continued to bury nuclear waste with radioactive content in 20 different areas populated by Syrian citizens of the occupied Syrian Golan, particularly in the vicinity of Al-Sheikh mountain, the report said. The practice has put the lives and health of Syrians in the occupied Syrian Golan in jeopardy, and constituted a serious violation of the Fourth Geneva Convention, it added. Israel is the only possessor of nuclear weapons in the Middle East, but its policy is to neither confirm nor deny having atomic bombs. The regime is estimated to have 200 to 400 nuclear warheads in its arsenal.